the video.
It is so weird, and I need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to us, go watch it real quick, and then jump on our live
Type
feed.
that on our Facebook Live and tell us what you just saw.
Tell us what you take away from this.
But you made a good point. She has kids.
Yeah.
The kids are probably going to watch this and say, Mama,
what
are you doing? Like, could you imagine you shooting this and then your two girls saying, Mama,
no.
What were you thinking?
I just want to know why, Kim. This is the most bizarre video I have ever watched, and it feels like something I shouldn't be watching. Like I feel like it's forbidden.
Like it should be taken off and
like
have to charge.
It's very X-rated.
$9.99 to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one day she's trying to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Help people. The next day she's shooting this video, which is so strange.
It is so weird. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
go check it out.
You can't find it on our page because we're not going to put it up. It's too bizarre.
Yeah, too weird.
All right, 7:41.
WQSB Mornings with Barry and Holly.
All right. Some knowledge nuggets today. What is going on? Things to learn about on this 26th day of December.
Flush toilets are the things people would miss most if they could travel back in time. They would miss being able to flush their toilet.
That wouldn't be one of the most. Yeah, I'd love to have that, but no, there's a lot of other things.
Mine would be my cell phone. I would miss my cell phone. Yes.
Electricity was one I would miss.
Yes.
I
wouldn't really care about a flush toilet.
No,
for real. I've used an outhouse. My family is country, and I've used a couple outhouses.
I mean, the caveman would just go behind a rock or on a rock.
Yeah. Is it gross? Yes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to use the Genji leaf or whatever it was. You'll die.
You'll kill you.
You'll kill yourself.
But I don't think flush toilets will be on top of my list of, I'm going to miss those so much if I go back in time.
Yeah.
I think there's other things.
Yeah.
Electricity.
If the ghost of Christmas past showed up and was like, we're going to take you back into the whatever, not the future, but we're going to take you back. I would be like,
to the Wild West days.
Okay, what am I going? You get to take one thing with you. It's not flush toilets.
No, I want a computer with the internet.
See, I want my phone because it is a small computer.
So, but who would you talk to if it's only you with the phone?
It wouldn't matter. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be able to look things up.
Oh.
I don't want to use my phone to talk. No.
There'd be nothing on there because nobody else has put it on there. You're the only one with the phone. Think of it that way.
Okay, so what would you take?
I don't know. Electricity, but that's tough.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't have light bulbs, though. You wouldn't have anything to plug in.
Until Thomas Edison or whoever comes around and... I don't know, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's
But
tough
it's not flush toilets.
No, no. Yeah. According to Reader's Digest, reading to kids at bedtime in American homes has decreased by 80% since 1960.
I believe that.
I believe that too, yeah.
Even when my kids were little, I loved to read to them, but as they got older, they began looking it up themselves on the phone and reading to themselves and didn't need me. Yeah. That's when that gets sad.
Reading is almost not extinct, but it's almost
like your girls right now. They both are in school. They can read, especially and Mayer's learning.
Yeah,
and she doesn't have to have you to read the books to her anymore.
No. Okay, so I'm guilty of this too. I didn't read books. I told stories and I sang.
Yeah.
I would sing them to sleep and I would tell them what?
I would make up stories.
Oh, would you?
I would.
Oh,
and that's
Lord.
What they love. Yeah, they got bizarre. And the more the bizarre, the funnier they love it.
Like Kim Kardashian weird?
Not
or
like,
just
no. Like I would go on adventures in the woods, And
like Peter Pan.
Like Peter Pan with bows and arrows and fighting dragons and stuff like that. Three-headed rats and...
Yeah, that's weird. Three-headed rats. Yeah. The average person experiences over 1,400 dreams each year.
Probably more than that, and you just forget them. Sometimes I'll wake up and it's like later that I remember I had the weird dream last night, but I cannot tell you much about it.
So
that's strange.
They say that you always dream, because people will be like, I don't dream. Doctors say that you do, you just don't remember it.
That is true. Sometimes you wake up in a panic and it's a bad dream, but then later in the day you begin to forget what was in that dream.
Did I tell you about my weird dream the other night about my dad?
Yeah, then he
died.
Tiny, and then he was in your mouth.
He was cremated.
He was
in a coffin shape. His ashes were in a coffin shape inside of my mouth.
That is strange.
Isn't that weird?
That is. You need to go back to sleep and finish that one.
My mom called me and was like, "Are you okay?" I'm doing a check-in. Or
Yeah.
do you need some help? Assistance.
That's a good phone call.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I usually have weird dreams.
I do too.
Yeah.
They make no sense.
Mine are
usually.
wild.
Yeah.
You've had horrible dreams.
Yeah,
Like
I have.
nightmares.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I've had some nightmares too, and those you don't rest. You
No,
don't feel
those
rested
you don't
the next
forget.
day. No.
Those stick with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes the happier dreams, you begin forgetting about them as the day goes on.
Yeah, you just wake up and then go on.
And they're
Isn't that
gone.
weird that
Yeah.
we dream?
Yeah.
Like we make up scenarios when we're asleep.
Yes.
We're not doing anything.
Your
It's
mind
our
is
brain
sleeping.
working.
Yeah, mine's scary.
Weird.
Yeah, it's 7:55.
Mornings with Barry and Holly here on Alabama's country giant WQSB.
Country music news. People will make money or try to make money off pretty much anything. This is bizarre. There's a man who found out where Morgan Wallen used to live, and the home he was in Nashville, I guess one of the first homes he lived in Nashville, has been torn down. The man found out that that's where Morgan Wallen's house was that he rented with his band when he first started. So the guy has gone in. I guess he had the rights to do this. I don't know. But he dug up a lot of dirt and carried the dirt with him. He's now selling Morgan Wallen dirt from a home that was under. The dirt is under where the home used to be sitting. It's Morgan Wallen dirt. He's calling himself the Dirt Man. He's selling it for anywhere from $10 a bag to $200, depending on how much you buy.
So this blows your mind.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't to me. Because, there's a phrase, kiss the ground you walk on. I mean, there's
True.
people are literally obsessed. And we shouldn't, but we do idolize our favorite artists.
True.
And I feel like, what if you could plant like something in your house and put Morgan Wallen dirt on, and you're just gonna. Now here's the thing: how
Yeah.
do you know?
True.
How do you know?
How do you know that dirt actually came from under his house?
He could have dug that up at my childhood house.
But first of all, it's not even dirt that he walked on. It was under the house, which was underneath where he walked and lived, and it's dirt. And he says he's been selling this. He puts them in bags for you, and he'll send them to you.
I just would be skeptical. Like, what if
Yeah.
this dirt came from, like, the church pit out there?
Exactly. It couldn't come out from behind his house.
Yeah.
It could come out from the barn.
all he has to do is just put dirt in a bag and
Yeah.
bam, you're making money.
You don't know, but people are buying this stuff up to $200 a bag to have some Morgan Wallen dirt. I would go. The hot thing now, if you haven't heard, is like bar stools.
Yes.
This is a big thing for stars
it
to
is,
autograph, and people are collecting bar stools and getting someone to sign it. That is not a bad idea.
That's so cool. I
Yeah.
love that. We want to do that. Like, we
Yeah.
already have one thing signed
Yeah.
by a band
We do.
to give away.
We have a guitar.
Oh, were you going to say it?
Go ahead.
It's a guitar signed by Alabama.
Teddy
We're-
Gentry
we're
was so nice
excited.
enough to help us. It's a June Jam guitar. They made so many of these for
It's
the June Jam. It's got the
beautiful.
logo. Then Randy and Teddy both signed it. And we're going to
Mm-hmm.
be giving this away during their radiothon coming up in March. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. But anyway, that we found out that one of the hot things stars are now autographing
Are bar
is-
stools.
which would make more sense for Morgan Wallen since he's in the
Threw
news
it,
for
yeah.
throwing
For
chairs.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
throwing chairs off the roof,
Yeah.
which is not funny, but luckily, he's just so lucky nobody was killed with that.
We're not laughing because he
This is
did
so
it.
stupid what he
We're
did.
laughing because it's so stupid.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, the hot thing now for stars to autograph are bar stools.
Yeah.
And people are collecting them.
It's so cool. That's such a good idea. But how
Would
do
you
you
want
pay
to sit
for
on it? If they're shining the top of it, you never want to sit on it because the more you sit on it, it's going to start, killing their signature with your butt on it.
No, you don't sit on it. No.
Surely they sign on the side somehow, or the leg or
No,
something.
no, they sign it on the top.
But you just don't sit on it.
No, you don't sit on it.
How would you feel like
I
Christmas
mean,
yesterday if you had a Taylor Swift autographed bar stool? You walk in there and there's one of your family sitting on her name. He's got his butt right there, or her butt on her name. How would you handle that situation?
I'm known to be
Violent?
short-tempered and short-fused.
You are.
Do you think I have a temper?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Do you really?
I've witnessed it many times.
Like, honestly, you think I have
Yeah,
a temper?
you do.
Oh.
It don't take much to light that fuse.
We are Italian. my Stella is Italian. But I will say this. If I were to have my family and friends over, I would do just like I do with my kids and put up anything nice and valuable and not have it sitting around. If somebody sits on your bar stool that's signed by one of your favorite artists,
Taylor Swift signed it.
that's your fault for keeping it out.
But if you forgot and walk in there and
You wouldn't forget.
Would you walk in and grab him or her by the ear, then twist it and pull them off that stool?
Yes, and I would chop their butts off.
Chop their butts off?
Just chop them off
Oh,
at the butt.
that is violent.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But
I watched too much Terrifier.
I was about to say that. Yeah, I watched too much Terrifier. But I really would be like, hey, if you come into my garage, you can see my Taylor Swift bar stool.
Just don't sit on it.
Just don't touch it. Don't even look at it too long. I'd probably have it in a case somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't feel like I'd have it out with all my other bar stools.
I wouldn't.
I would have it in a special spot that does not look inviting to sit upon. Because you're not invited to sit upon my signed bar
goodness,
stool.
No. Because you got like her album yesterday and you were
The anthology,
you were treating it like it was a piece of gold, like it was something found, dug up beside the pyramids.
What I was telling you, what I want is I need to get on Amazon and get some of those vinyl display shelves and put those in my house. Because I have 2 Taylor Swift albums. I need to get a John Mayer one for my daughter.
Yeah.
And then, I just need a few.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
We'll get you a bar stool.
We'll work on it, yeah.
All right, it's 8:18.
Barry and Holly on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB.
Earlier about the dirt from under Morgan Wallen's home that the guy is selling. Here's another story about somebody being under your house. What if somebody was living underneath your house and you didn't know it? Underneath your house.
No, thank you.
93-year-old California woman thought an animal was living beneath her home, but she found a grown man living there instead, and he was completely nude.
Excuse me. Hold on. Did he make a little tunnel like Dexter's Laboratory?
No, he's got the little, like the door, it's built up off the ground, and it's got crawl space underneath. So
like a basement.
Looks like no, it's not. It's like about 3-4 feet off the ground, like a lot of homes do. Some of them have, you're on a slab.
A crawl space?
You could just pull the door down and you walk underneath it, and there's your plumbing and everything.
Oh, okay.
It's about that far off the ground.
I'm with you.
So the guy apparently pulled the little door off the side and he went underneath it. So they found out because she was walking across the floor one day, and as she took a step, there was a noise underneath it, like he was bump, hitting the floor as she was walking over him.
She's being too loud.
Yeah, so the husband went outside and looked, and sure enough, there was a man laying under the house, completely naked under her house. The unclothed man, police came, couldn't get him out, so they had to use tear gas. They shot tear gas under the house, and the guy finally come crawling out, completely nude. He'd been in there at least a few days, just living underneath her house.
Where did this happen?
California.
Okay.
Yeah, El Sereno, California. The grown man was living underneath the house. Where the clothes were, I don't know. At least it's California. It wasn't too cold. Can you imagine him living in, like, say, North Dakota or Minnesota, where it's below zero, and there's a guy underneath your house?
They'd pull him out.
Naked.
And,
He'd have icicles.
Yeah. Ooh.
I guess, don't break those off.
Yeah, I'm being very careful what I say here. Just a few days. So it's not like he set up shop and lived there for months.
There's not a whole lot you can do under there because there's no walking around room. You kind of like
roll around. How do you move from one end?
I guess you
roll,
crawl.
Crawl
like
space.
Crawl space.
Oh, yeah, I get it now. Yeah, I see.
But he's naked under your house. That's weird.
Okay, if you're having a crawl and you're a man, and you're in 2 feet of, wouldn't that be painful?
It would be if you're laying on your belly.
Yeah,
it would be.
And crawling like army crawl.
You'd probably want to at least go crawl on the side or maybe back, and
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to get on your belly and scoot.
I feel like that would be uncomfortable.
You wouldn't want to scoot.
You'd get burns.
You would, and
or maybe cuts. I don't know.
Drag something over.
But I will say this: if you were living in a 90-year-old's crawl space and you're naked, you're probably not worried about carpet burn.
Probably not.
Just something to think about.
Carpet burn.
Yeah. Dirt burn.
Dirt burn. That's just weird. There's a naked man underneath your household living there. Yeah, it's 8:31.
WQSB. Mornings with Barry and Holly.
Sponsored by U.S. Hydraulics. specializing in hydraulic parts and heavy equipment repair that can help you today. Call 256-849-0215 to get it done right the first time.
This podcast episode is sponsored by Brazos, the only authentic Mediterranean restaurant in Marshall County. With great hospitality and even better meals, visit them in Gunnersville today.